Good evening, y'all. It is Thursday, January 24th, which will from now on be called Nevaeh Grace Day, because Nevaeh Grace made her entry into the world today absolutely perfect. And tomorrow I get to squeeze her. Hey guys, I'm Melissa English. I'm the Sassy Keto Nurse. Hey Becky. And tonight we're going to be doing a live check-in challenge for my Transparency Check-in Challenge for January of 2019. If you are interested in the ketogenic lifestyle and you're finding us on a replay or on my YouTube channel, feel free to come over to the Sassy Keto Nurse or Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends on Facebook and join our group and enjoy the fun with us. We have a great time. We're very honest and we're very open and transparent about our journeys. So how has everybody's Thursday been? Because I bet you can figure out how mine has. Thank you so much. She is an absolute blessing. I have been off and on FaceTime with my daughter throughout the day and getting to see her and getting to hear her little coos and caws and look at those little fat cheeks, and oh, I cannot wait till tomorrow to get my hands on her. So, okay, so my day today. Okay, I posted this morning that in all the excitement this morning, I completely forgot to do my blood values. I did not turn that down far enough. There we go. I did not do my blood values, so I do not know what my ketones were today, but I'm quite sure that they were good because I have not eaten anything all day today since about 9 o'clock this morning. I had 2 scrambled eggs with 2 slices of bacon and some mozzarella provolone cheese at about 7:15, and I drank my entire BPC before 9 a.m. And since then I have just had water. I've not been hungry. I feel great. My energy levels all day today have been through the roof, which that might not be keto. That could be Nevaeh Grace. But either way, that is my check-in for the day. I do plan on eating a stuffed hamburger patty later tonight. I'm going to take 7327 beef. Hey, it's Mimi. Because I don't look like a grandma. Mimi. Hey, Ruth. How are you doing, Lynn? So, I'm going to take 7327 ground beef, and I bought a 1 pound roll, so I'm going to do half of that, which is a half a pound, and I'm going to roll it down and divide it in half, and then in the center, that mozzarella, that big block of mozzarella that I bought, the whole fat mozzarella, whole milk mozzarella, I'm going to cut 2 slices of that, put it in the center, and then smush it together so that it's in the center of my burger. And then I'm going to fry up 4 pieces of bacon, and I'm going to put cheddar cheese on top of it and put the bacon on top of that, and that is going to be my dinner with some ranch dip. So that is what I will be having later. And then I've got to get all the baby stuff that I've got sitting over in the corner of my bedroom over here into the car tonight and pack my clothes into my bag. And y'all, my son-in-law is the best in the world. Oh my gosh, because I'm only going to be able to be there tomorrow night and Saturday night, and I have to leave Sunday because I have to be back at work on Monday. So I'm only going to get a few hours with him. So he volunteered. I did not ask, but they called me just before I got home, and he wants to allow me to stay at the hospital with Brianna and Nevaeh tomorrow night. Y'all, I'm so happy. My heart is, honestly, I think my heart could explode. And it's not even about sitting and holding her, because I won't, because I'm not going to sit and hold her the whole time, because I know better. But just to be in the room, I mean, just, y'all, it's just, this is such a blessing. And I doubt very seriously if we're going to see Brianna pop on here tonight, because she is all tied up in a baby. Oh my goodness. If y'all think that I overloaded with pictures today, I only put like 5 pictures up today. I did good. And I did them all in one post. I will probably overload my timeline tomorrow evening when I get there and I get hold of that baby. But let's talk about y'all. Let's see how everybody's been doing today. I saw a few check-ins today. I've been trying to keep up with it throughout the day. And had some good questions today. I got a couple of emails today with questions. Some about... I'm just going to pull up one of these emails so that I'm... Well, I just didn't want to go where it was supposed to go. I'm going to pull up one, because there was one, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it Lynn, was it you, or was it Kim that asked earlier today? It was Kim. Had asked about organic soy sauce and organic soybean oil. She wanted to know why they were bad for keto. Okay, so soybean oil and soy sauce. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Carla. They are both made from soybeans originally. The soybean oil is pressed from the soybeans, and then it is very chemically processed. There's such a process that it goes through. And because of that, and because of the chemicals, it is extremely inflammatory. Soybeans on their own, just like soy, period, is very inflammatory because it is a man-made product, really. With soy sauce, a lot of people want to use soy sauce in their foods and stuff, but with soy sauce, you can actually use coconut aminos. And now, they don't taste just like soy sauce, but they have that reminiscent flavor. It's kind of like, we replace sugar with erythritol and stevia and all that kind of thing. Well, with soy sauce, you can use coconut aminos. And I personally have not, just because I haven't ordered them, and I've never found a reason to do it. I've just never done any recipes that needed it. But I would love to try it just to see, so that I can personally say, if it does taste like it, or if it has a reminiscent taste or not. And then I would feel better about it. If anybody on here has tried coconut aminos, please let me know what you think of them and what you've tried them in. But this is exactly what I'm talking about going forward. If you have a question, please throw it out there and ask it. And even on a crazy day like today, I will do my very best to get you an answer as quickly as I possibly can. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, Tara. So it does give it that soy sauce taste. I make a egg roll in a bowl, but I don't ever use the soy sauce stuff. I don't remember what all I put in it. It's in my little recipe box in the kitchen. I'm gonna sit in the bedroom. Y'all, I don't cook in my bedroom. Ah! Lord have mercy. So that's, can you use tamarindo? The tamarindo, that's the seasoning that you get over in the Hispanic section that's tall. And I'd never heard of Bragg's amino acids. See, this is where we learn stuff, y'all. Oh, hey, Lisa. How are you doing today? Tamari. Hey, Cammie. So y'all, we're talking about substituting things for seasonings and that kind of thing. We're specifically talking about soy sauce and using coconut aminos. And Tara has brought up that you can use Bragg's amino acid or tamari. I'm going to have to look into that. Oh, Bragg's aminos still have soy. Yeah. Hey, Edna. Lisa, when you're first starting out with a fast, what I did when I first started out doing it is I challenged myself to do it 3 days a week, to do 16 hours, 3 days a week. And I chose Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just because that left me in a position where, you know, I could see how I tolerated it. And then when I found it was super easy to do the 3 days a week, I really just started doing the 16-8 all the time. But my challenge to myself was to do it 3 days a week and see how I tolerated it. And then I find very often that on Sundays, because I usually sleep late now that I'm off, on Sundays, I usually end up pulling over 20 hours, usually closer to 24. I usually do 1 meal a day on Sundays because I don't get up in the morning and fix my breakfast and my BPC and all that kind of stuff. And when I do get up, instead of doing BPC when I first wake up on Sundays, because that's kind of my lazy day, yeah, because taxi cabs never have a lazy day, y'all. But that day I'll just do lemon water, or I'll do some hot tea or something of that nature and just get through. Girl, I can't get over you doing 21 hours. This was your first one, am I right? Soy. Well, I mean, I guess that would be where the Mojo would come in handy. You know, this is the kind of thing that I recommend the Keto Mojo for. And I'm telling you, if I had over 1,000 followers, I would get an affiliate link to Keto Mojo, but I don't. So, bleh. I'll just promote them anyway because it's awesome stuff. This is awesome sauce. With something like that, the first time I used it, I would check my blood sugar before I ate whatever thing that I made with it, and then I would wait afterwards, and I would do it 30 minutes afterwards, an hour afterwards, and 3 hours afterwards. And I would see what my blood sugar did, and I would do my ketones that morning or the following morning to see if it affected my ketone level. And that's how you figure out what affects you and what doesn't. Because, like I've said 1,463,000 times, your journey is your own, and everybody reacts to things differently. My friend Susie, she made a post yesterday, and many of you saw it. The thing with Susie does not practice a strict ketogenic lifestyle because she has gone through tons and tons of research for herself that has shown how many she went and had all those tests done to find out what foods she was sensitive to, what was going on with her gut. I mean, she's got a lot of time, money, and just a lot of effort into figuring out what works for her. Hey, Jennifer. And so she follows up, it's pretty close to a ketogenic lifestyle. But she goes a little paleo every once in a while. Yes, Pampered Chef does have some stuff that is keto. It's all about just reading the ingredients, y'all. And I think that, if I'm not mistaken, which one is it that has all the dressings? Mimi! I'm a Mimi! I'm a Mimi! I'm a Mimi! I'm so happy. I'm trying to think what... Something Kitchens. Primal Kitchen? I believe they have several things too. I believe it was Primal. And I've looked at a lot of their stuff. the thing is, y'all, and a lot of things that you find in keto, a lot of these ingredients and these things that gets here. Yes, the baby's here. She arrived this morning at 8:47. Are you a pampered chef person? Oh, Lisa, I did not know this. I only allow myself to do pampered chef very rarely, though, because I go overboard. I bet you Brianna will be super happy about it. So she arrived, Miss Nevaeh Grace Ferry arrived this morning at 8:47 a.m. She was 7 pounds, 11 ounces, 20.5 inches long. She's got big, fat, fluffy cheeks, and she is just the best baby ever. Oh, cool. Even if you're just having a party. I just have to be very careful with my pampered chef stuff because, y'all, that is my weakness right now, is buying stuff for my kitchen, because, you know, I'm redoing my kitchen. I have, honest to goodness, I have one of them big 50-gallon totes downstairs, and when I buy stuff, I just put it in there until I get the kitchen done the way they want it, and then I can accessorize. And y'all, I probably have way too many accessories for my kitchen already, because I have a very small kitchen. But I just love the kitchen stuff. That's how that bag the other day ended up with kitchen stuff, because I love kitchen stuff. Excuse me. All right, so what I was going to say is, in the ketogenic lifestyle, you will find that almond flour, coconut flour, the MCT oil, all this stuff, looking from the outside in, it looks like it's super expensive. But the thing is that you use so little, it lasts so long, that it ends up that you spend much less. I spend so much less on groceries and stuff now. The only time that it gets expensive is when I'm having to restock almond flour, coconut flour, Swerve, you know, that kind of stuff, which I only buy Swerve confectioners because I use Pure 98% of the time. And I didn't care for the Swerve granulated. I had a reaction to it. I just didn't feel right. Hey, Carla. Edna, my kids do not eat keto. Well, that's a lie. My oldest daughter, I have 4 children. My oldest daughter is 28, and she was actually my accountability partner when I started keto. And she and I got together every day, and we talked, and we held each other up, and we supported each other. And for the first 6 months of my keto journey, my daughter Jessica was the one that kept me going. Now, Jessica reached her maintenance level way earlier than I did, because she had a whole lot less weight to lose. I mean, I'm still not even there. I'm still probably 75 pounds away from where I'd like to be. But she does not practice a strict ketogenic lifestyle anymore. But she has made the comment several times over the past few months that she don't know why she don't do keto, because she felt so much better on it. Even though she got to her maintenance weight, when she came off keto, all those inflammation problems came back. You know, and it doesn't always have to be medical, y'all. The inflammation is inflammation, when your gut's not happy and all that kind of thing. Well, I'll be 49 in July. My middle daughter, Brianna, the one that just had the baby today, she and her husband have dabbled in keto, but have not committed to keto. My son is 19. He does not do keto at all, and he should. But he does not live at home, and so he does what he wants to, and he should, because he has IBS. And he should do keto, and if he lived at home, he would be doing keto, because it's all I cook. And then my daughter that does live at home, she'll be 18 in April. She will try keto dishes and tell me if they're good or not, if she thinks they're good or not. And that's always my test is, you know, is this good enough that my let her eat a lot of my keto dishes because she eats a lot of carbs too. And eating the high-fat keto dishes along with a regular carb diet and all the junk and garbage is just a recipe for obesity, problems with your heart and such. What in the world? Y'all, I'm going to pop out for 2 seconds and check this internet connection because it just told me that my internet's not working right. I'll be right back. All right, it says that everything's working. Now, if it were up to me, my mom and daddy would be keto, but they're grown adults and they don't want to, so I just feed them keto stuff as often as possible, trying to lure them in because they could both benefit greatly. But you know that powdered butt syndrome thing. Anybody that's seen your naked butt, whether it was when you was a baby or now that you're older, they probably won't listen to you because they're just too close. No matter how good you've done, because even my mama will tell me when the thing happened back in October and the steroids and I started gaining weight again and I started getting sick again and I was obviously not in ketosis and I started slipping up and ended up falling off the wagon that last couple of weeks of December. My mama was the first one to tell me, don't you come off of this. This has done so much for you. This changed your life. Don't you dare come off this. But she is not at a place where she's willing to do it. But time will tell. Time will tell. But I have all of y'all. So that's all right. I was asked by someone today how I got started in keto and how I felt about being an example to others. And y'all, it's kind of surreal, to be quite honest with you. I don't think of myself as being an example for others. I just think of myself as a friend that wants to help you navigate this journey without the bumps that I went through. Because those bumps ain't no fun when you're trying to get your health in order. And I felt like, well, this is something I can do that can help other people and keep them from having to feel like I did there sometimes when I just felt lost. And the truth is that when I started this, it's been almost 19 months ago now, it just wasn't as popular. You just didn't have the resources that you have now. There were people out there that were doing it. They just weren't as well known because it just hadn't gone mainstream. And now there's so many resources. There's so many resources actually that you have to be careful who you're listening to and who you're following, because some people jumped on the wagon just to try to ride the coattails. And so be very careful with who you're listening to and what they say, because just because they've got 10,000 followers or 100,000 followers doesn't mean they're right. It just means they are able to promote really well and they got lots of followers. And like for me, I don't promote. I can't afford. Some of these promotions for Facebook and stuff is just silly, y'all. Hey, Kathy. I mean, it'll pop up and it'll say, if you promote this blah, blah, blah for $15 a day. $15 a day? Have they lost their ever-loving minds? That's $450 a month. No, I don't pay that for my car payment. Now, granted, I would love to be able to do it and pull in tons of followers and that kind of thing, but I would rather, exactly, Jennifer, I would rather that it be intimate and transparent the way we are now. I like the fact that I can read every comment that comes up. I hear Nisha and Ken saying all the time during their lives, well, y'all, these comments go by so fast that we don't even see them. And I mean, yes, I would love to have that many followers and help that many people, but it was $1 a day to reach how many people? Because according to the promotions thing that I read the other day, at $1 a day, I would only be reaching like between 1 and 350 people or something like that. And I mean, I've got pretty good reach right now. It's just, I'm not a big popular name, and I don't have the affiliations that many of the others do. And that's okay. That's okay, because if I decide to turn this into a serious business and I decide to really put the money into it, then I'll get really serious about it. But right now I just have other priorities that take my paycheck. Yeah. Like maxing out all my credit cards on children, because my children are my entire life, y'all, and I've spoiled them all rotten. It's just the truth. Ah. I may have to look into that. I may just have to, one day when we're both off, I don't know when that's going to happen, but get together and you show me exactly what you're talking about, so that maybe I'm missing something. Because, y'all, I'm not a tech whiz. I'll just be real honest with y'all. Surely you figured that out by my YouTube videos. I am by no means a tech whiz with this kind of stuff. Jennifer, do you still do Sassy? Y'all, I'm finding out all this, and I've got to stay away from these things. Because Sassy's the one where you can get the little things, the different perfumes and stuff, the high-dollar perfumes, and that's the Sassy thing, isn't it? Because I think Jessie does it. Well, she don't sell it, she buys it. And y'all, for a long time, paparazzi was my problem. I was real bad with paparazzi for the longest time, and I don't know why. It was just another thing for me, I reckon. I absolutely love all the jewelry that I bought, but when in the world would I wear it? I can't wear big pretty jewelry with my scrubs. I live in scrubs. I'm so excited to pack a bag tonight with no scrubs in it. Well, I think Jessie has 3 or 4 warmers, and she's got a whole box of them little things. And she just loves it. I've never been much of a perfume person anyway. I can't wear perfume at work. And see, that's the whole thing. I love all this stuff, but I can't really use it. So when I got into the kitchen gadgets, see, I use kitchen gadgets. I use kitchen gadgets a lot, and I'm really enjoying testing and trying out different recipes and all that kind of stuff. And so that's the next thing I'm okay with doing that, because I'm not wasting money. Right now I have probably, I'm not going to say how much money, but a lot of jewelry hanging over there on that wall. I had to actually make a jewelry display to put it all on. And the only time I can wear it is when I'm not in scrubs. And like, I'm not going to wear it this weekend because I can't hold a newborn baby with a big chunky necklace hanging around my neck. And I don't go anywhere. I will wear, oh y'all, I'll tell you where I can wear my paparazzi at. Adapt conferences. That's where I can wear it. Oh, I love it. I love going in there and just messing around. And that's why I say, like with the keto ingredients, that's the only time that I really get in trouble with the keto ingredients and it gets a little expensive, is when I start experimenting and trying out new recipes and trying to make different kind of stuff. Because that's when you use up a lot of almond flour and coconut flour and butter and all the different extracts and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't done many baked goods lately because I'm not at that point again yet. For me, I don't feel like I'm ready to do baked goods again, because I do have to be very sparing with them. Lynn, those pumpkin bars, I'm gonna have to try those. I don't know when though, not anytime soon. It's probably gonna be a little while. This weekend, Brianna informed me that she had a pork loin in the refrigerator. So I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to make them the mac and cheese. And I'm going to make a bunch of stuff for them to have in the refrigerator over the next few days. Or because at first I was like, because Brianna's having surgery and she's going to be down for a bit. Y'all, she was up walking at 3 o'clock this afternoon. She got up and went all the way around the nurse's station and the OB ward, walked the whole thing, come back to the room, and was rearranging stuff the way she wanted it in the room since they let her get up. And thank heavens, this C-section ain't even touched her. She's doing so good. So I'm just going to make them a few things that they can stick in their freezer and be able to munch on and get through the next week or so. Edna, if you will watch my, was it the first one, y'all? I think it was the first meal prep on the YouTube channel. If you'll go to Sassy Keto Nurse on YouTube and go under Transparency Check-In Challenge, it was the first meal prep that I did on, well, hold on a minute, I'll tell you when it was. I would just look in my calendar, but I don't have my calendar out here. Let's see. Under the Transparency Challenge, it was on January 6th. It is extremely simple to make. I did it that night with canned chicken. Use the chunk chicken with rib meat stuff, but it's better, much better, if you do the thighs and put them in the Instant Pot and just salt and pepper them with a stick of butter and let them cook down and then shred them and use that. It's much better. I really liked that better. And then you need 3 cups of chopped cauliflower, and then it's cauliflower with the chicken, and there's like 3 different kinds of cheeses in it. Oh, it was super easy to make. I mean, it literally took, what, 5 minutes to throw it together, y'all? And it has been a hit. Everybody in the Transparency Challenge has absolutely loved it, and my teen loved it. That was the first time that I made it that night on the meal prep. I got that one helping that I had made during the meal prep, and when I come back the next day from work to fix me something for dinner, I went in there and there wasn't but one helping of it left, and my daughter was like, "Are you going to eat all of that?" She'd eat the rest of it that day, but it was a big hit, and it was good. It was really good. You get a good amount of fat. It's got a good profile to it because you get a good amount of fat, very low carb, because the only thing carb in it is your cauliflower, and then the chicken for protein. Oh, it was delicious. I'm trying to, because I'll probably do my lives, like tomorrow night's live will probably be from a gas station somewhere. And it won't be an hour, y'all. I doubt very seriously that it's going to be an hour because I want to get to that hospital. But I've already missed 2 this month, and that's going to hurt I'm going to have to do a couple of little videos to stick in where those 2 are missing on the 7th. And what was it, the 21st? Yeah. The 7th and the 21st, I don't have a video for the check-in challenge. And I want to be sure that there's 31 videos in there, even if I have to do just a video, a YouTube video for those 2 days and explaining it, why it's not. She will probably come home Saturday at some point, we hope. With her up and moving around the way she is, it all depends on once they take, because she still has the catheter from the surgery, and they don't remove that for like 12 hours. And then once they do, they give them a certain amount of time to be able to pass urine on their own, and if they don't, then the catheter goes back in, they stay. But I don't believe she'll have any trouble with it, honestly. But it all depends on what the doctors there say. And it's a military hospital, so it's a little different than any hospital I've ever worked in. And they kind of have their own way of doing things. So we'll see. But we're hoping she's going to come home Saturday at some point and be home Saturday night. And I can help her kind of get settled and that kind of thing. And feed her a good home-cooked meal. And then on Sunday, I'll be leaving there early Sunday afternoon to come home. Because it's a 6-hour drive. Because I have to come home Sunday and then be in Atlanta Monday morning at 10 a.m. which is a 2-hour drive from here. Oh, honey, I'm going to spoil the tar. I spoil them. I spoiled my own. I'm sure going to spoil the grandbabies. Oh, and I had somebody asking me about collagen and that kind of thing for your hair. Number one, stay to your BMR. That's going to help a whole lot with hair falling out. But another reason that people's hair falls out, that was one of the emails that I got today. Because this person has been over their BMR. They've been doing this for almost 3 months now. And they're starting to have some hair falling out. And they're really, really worried. Well, here's the thing. For this person especially, and I've already discussed this with her, and I'm not going to name who she is or nothing, so it's not like I'm divulging state secrets. But she had a significant amount of weight to lose and had a lot of healthcare issues. In that 3 months, now she has resolved a lot of her health issues. She's off of 4 prescription medications already. Her A1C has dropped 3 points already. And she's lost almost 40 pounds in 3 months. So she's doing incredible. But what happens is it shocks the system. Sometimes, this is in a few people, not everybody. But sometimes the brain says, whoa, what are you doing? And it's a shock. A lot of times with a sudden weight loss or a sudden weight gain or any of these sudden changes in your body, what can happen is you can get some hair loss and that kind of thing. And so she was asking me about collagen and biotin, or collagen and things to help with it, because it took me about 6 months to get my hair growing back after I had done the low calorie thing. Well, here's what I did. I upped my fats to the sky when it happened with me. And when I say I upped my fats, y'all, I really mean I upped my fats. I am not afraid of fat anymore. I will eat the tar out of it. It don't bother me a bit. I'm scared to death of carbs. I hate them. I don't want to be nowhere near them. Whew. Don't like carbs. But fat, I love fat. And I try to stay with good fats, coconut oil, avocado oil, avocados. And with avocados, there for a little while I was scared because they're really high in total carbs, but not so much in net carbs. So I usually eat half an avocado a day, sometimes a whole avocado a day. Just depends on if I've got enough that are ripe or not. And then I buy those, the ones that are mushed up in the package. I think it's called Holy Guacamole and Holy Avocado. And I get the Holy Avocado because I don't care for the guacamole, but I love the avocado. I use it in spreads. I put it with sour cream and hot sauce. Good stuff. But I did that. I upped my fats sky high. I did not start taking any vitamins or nothing. And it took about 6 months for me to start seeing a real change, that my hair, because I was getting a bald spot right here. It had thinned out so much. And my hairdresser, Sunshine, she would tell you, this right in here was really getting thin. Well, then a month ago, I changed my shampoo to the Thick and Full Biotin and Collagen by OG or OGX. And then I got this. This is a leave-in treatment. It's weightless healing oil treatment. And I started using this. And I've been using it for a month, and that's how much is used out of it. Because I only use just a little bit in my fingers, and I rub my fingers real good, and I rub it into my scalp. Collagen and biotin. Love it. How do I reach my potassium level? Okay, I don't supplement potassium. That is dangerous. I do use no salt, and I use about half a teaspoon a day, along with my 2 teaspoons of pink salt. But for my potassium, I eat avocados, I eat dark leafy greens, I eat foods rich in potassium. And I would have to pull it all up. Let me do that. There is a video that covers this on the YouTube as well, y'all. I'm going over to the website, see what I've got over there. Nuts, mushrooms, cucumbers, spinach, broccoli. I ate a lot of broccoli. But I have my blood work done every 3 months. And I have never taken a potassium supplement ever. Because as a nurse, and this is me saying this as a nurse, not as your nurse, but as a nurse. Please do not supplement potassium without your physician's approval and monitoring. Potassium is scary. Potassium can mess up your heart rhythms. It can mess up your respiratory rhythms. It can mess up your brain if you're supplementing too much. Potassium's not something you play with. Okay? So make sure that's the reason that I tell everybody, get your potassium and magnesium, 98% of it from food sources, and then you can use the Calm tea for some magnesium, or take Epsom salt baths. That's awesome. And with magnesium, if you take too much magnesium, y'all, you'll just get diarrhea. With potassium, like Jennifer just said, you can die. So that's not something that... Jennifer's a nurse too, for those of you that don't know. And so for magnesium, the Epsom salt baths, the Calm. For potassium-rich foods, and then I do a half a teaspoon of no salt every day in something. I do like a 1/4 teaspoon of it in my BPC, and then the rest of it I put a little over my foods. And y'all have seen me during these meal plans and during these meal preps. I liberally salt everything because I crave it. Not because I have high blood pressure, but because I no longer crave sugar and sweets. I crave savory, salty goodies. That's what I love. Oh, well, yeah, you should use the coconut curls one because you have that beautiful curly hair. Yeah, no salt and pink salt. And then for magnesium, of course, you're going to get that from a lot of the foods. But we do have several people, I have had several people that had magnesium deficiencies, or were getting leg cramps or something. Hey, Cindy! Or something that felt like restless leg syndrome. I used to have that. That's the reason I started using the Calm, actually. Because at night I'd go to bed and my legs would just, I itched. My legs would itch, and they would just, it was like they were just trying to, I had ants crawling on my legs or something. And I looked it up, and it was a magnesium deficiency. And so I started doing the Calm because I don't have a bathtub right now. So I can't do Epsom salt baths because my bathtub is in that bathroom right there that is out of order. I'm hoping next month is going to be my month to get that bad boy fixed because I would really love to have my bathroom back. Is anybody on here taking ox bile? If anybody, Edna, if nobody on here answers, go over to Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends on the group page and post in there and ask if anybody in there is doing ox bile, and see if you can get some answers there, because I've never used it, but the research that I've done has shown that it is very effective. Y'all, excuse me, my nose is itching. And I know nobody's coming to see me, but I'm going to see somebody. Would your nose itch for that? I don't think so. I've just got an itchy nose tonight. It's probably because it's cold in here. because I literally had just walked in the door like 5 minutes before this live started. Edna, are you talking about could the diarrhea from MCT happen if you don't have a gallbladder? Yes, it could, because MCT is a very high level oil. It's a very clarified oil that the body uses immediately. So yeah, it could, but ox bile can definitely help to process some of that fat until your liver kicks in and starts producing some of those enzymes that you need. Goodness gracious, y'all. Well, I've just been chattering on. I didn't realize 45 minutes I've been chattering. The other thing I want everybody to think about is D. Okay, D. Vitamin D. When you get your blood work done, I want you to take a good look at your D3, because if you're not okay on the D, then you need to start working on getting that fixed, because your body needs that. And for me, that's the one thing that I had problems with on my last one. And so that's why I was so tickled when I liked those tuna patty things, those tuna muffins, because fatty fish is one of the best sources of vitamin D there is. And I have some drops around here somewhere. I just ain't been able to find them. And I paid like $25 for them. They were D3 plus K, I think. I got them off of Amazon, and I can't find them anywhere. My luck, I probably threw them away. But cheese, egg yolks, fatty fish, those are all really good sources. And I eat a lot of cheese and egg yolks, so. Edna, do you see that? Lynn takes 5,000 IU every day of the ox bile. You guys need to get together and... Becky, do you like the D3K2? Because that's what I bought, was them drops. See, I tried doing the sublingual, Jennifer, and I don't know if it was just my body would not absorb it. I'm going to find out when I do that ancestry thing, that 23andMe thing, because I'm going to find out if I have that MTHFR, whatever gene, and see if I'm having problems absorbing my vitamins. Because I tried the sublingual and it didn't raise me at all. I want to try it with salmon. And I do like to do, on occasion, very rare occasion, I'll do a grilled salmon. Oh, you're talking about the D3. Yeah, that's what I got. I got the oil, the sublingual D3 stuff. I got it. And I did it for, well, that whole 3 months between my blood, and it didn't raise it a smidge. And then I started really chunking in on the cheese and eggs. That's the reason I do cheese in all my scrambled eggs. And I started adding eggs to practically everything that I was doing, because eggs are a whole food. They are complete. That's a whole being in there, or the makings of one. Hey, Meredith. Meredith, I need to come by and bring you some diapers. I'm also going to come by and see you at Impressed to get my logo uploaded and all that good stuff, because I think I'm going to make some t-shirts. Haven't made my mind up yet, though. That's a big investment for me, not knowing if I would be able to sell them. And y'all know I'm cheap. So, Meredith, my grandbaby was born today. See, that's just it. I don't want to take 50,000 supplements. I would rather do everything with just real whole food. And my D did come up this last time. Not a lot, but a little bit. Really, Lynn, you would buy one of my t-shirts? Well, I've got to go out to Impressed and get my logo uploaded, and then they can do either the embroidered or the screen print. And I would like to get a couple of sets of my scrubs, or at least a lab jacket done with my logo, so that when I go to conferences and stuff, that I could wear it. And I know that's cheesy, because I could just dress up and look pretty, but I am the Sassy Keto Nurse, so I don't see any reason, and I live in scrubs anyway. I'll dress up for the really cool stuff, like nice dinners and all that. But just to go to talks and education stuff, I would rather be wearing something that has my logo on it that will get my name out there. And to have other people wearing stuff with my logo on it. Becky Lane, girl, I can't do one of the GIFs that's doing all the, so I'll just do it right here. Y'all, I'm crazy. That's part of me. Becky, that just, well, that's, I have to go out there and talk to Miss Meredith and Tanner and them and find out how much it would cost me and how I could get out of it. You know, how I can get the best out of it. Because once my logo's uploaded, then I can do one shirt or I could do 50 shirts. And if I was going to do it, I would probably do a bulk order, you know, just because that saves money. It's kind of like my pens, when I ordered my pens. But, oh, Becky, I'm so proud of you. Jeez Louise. You've lost a whole person. I mean, that's a whole person. Like an adult person. Not a baby person, because they're 7 pounds, 11 ounces. But, whew. Well, all right, y'all. I'll look into it and find out how much it is when I get back from Fayetteville and Atlanta and all that kind of stuff. Because I'd really like to have some, you know, that even if it's the cheaper ones, for the folks that are going with me to these conferences. So that we look like a unified group when we go bebopping in there. But now, as of right now, I only know of one person that's going with me to Atlanta. Edna, she's lost 120 pounds as of today. Is that not amazing? And along with that 120 pounds, I bet you have got all kinds of health benefits that have come along with that. You've got a story to tell, sister. See you, Jennifer. Study time. Well, y'all, 6 minutes outside of an hour here, and that's about everything. We're just kind of chit-chatting at this point, so I'm looking forward to seeing what this next week brings. And I'm going to be in hospital tomorrow, so I might actually step on their scale. Not that it would be a scale that I've been on for very long, but Becky, how long have you been keto? I know you've told me before. And that's the reason I started this, is because mine's been a ride too, and I'm only at, like, the last time that I looked, I was at 85 pounds. The last time that I was able to weigh myself, which was last week. I was at 85 pounds lost. But it was a real roller coaster for me. Just because I didn't have March 7th of 2018. Girl, you have kicked this thing in the teeth. Wow. I'm telling you, that's a story. And where do you live, Becky? You don't have to tell me like city and state, but I don't want people to feel like I'm getting all up in their business. But just wondering where you live at. And maybe, Becky, what, Ohio? Becky, would you be willing at some point to tell your story publicly with me? If I was to just ask you questions and you and I were to just conversate during, say, a split screen live? Less than a year is crazy good. Are you kidding? 120 pounds in less than a year? Where else are you going to be able to do that and do it safely and enjoy it? That's the big thing about this lifestyle, I think, that has amazed me, is that you don't feel like you, well, honey, I'm awkward too. People would love to hear your story. People would love to know what you went through. And I would like to delve deeper into it because, shoot, you've outdone me, sister. I'm 85 pounds in 19 months. Of course, 3 months of that was steroids. See that right there? And he's keto friendly. I mean, I'm not saying does he do keto, but he's okay with keto. He's seen what it's done. Yeah, I still have about 75 to lose myself. But now, sister, you've got the combination. You found that sweet spot. And that's the key, y'all. It takes a little time. Yeah, it's all about seeing the proof in the pudding, isn't it, Becky? Because a lot of doctors are like, no, 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 no. But then when you can come back and say, well, take a look at me now. And especially if he's been monitoring your blood values the whole time and he's right there and sees what's going on with you. Proof's in the pudding. And see, Edna, this lifestyle, it may take a little time to find that sweet spot, to find that But when you do, it's like your whole life changes. Everything changes. You are in a better mood. You are a more positive. I used to be a big pessimist. I mean, I would tell people all the time, I'm not going there because I don't like people. I mean, that's the way I was. I was very antisocial. That's how this all started, because I was tired of people stopping me in the store and wanting to talk to me in the store about what I was doing to lose weight, because I started out at 305.2 pounds. And all of a sudden I was melting, like the Wicked Witch of the West, wherever she was from. And I was just I was a very negative person. And I started this so that people would quit asking me. And that's why I started the YouTube channel and the group and everything. I was like, if I put it on social media, well, then they can all read it and I don't have to talk to them. Well, that didn't work. Now, I talk to more people in Walmart now than I've ever talked to. But it doesn't bother me now, because I am a completely different human being than I was before. I am happy. I am outgoing. I am pleasant. I am positive. I have a very positive attitude now. And I know, looking from where I'm at, from where I was to where I'm at now, that had I not made the changes that I made, I would have been in a very early grave. I don't think I would have seen 60. I'm about to be 49 in July, and I don't believe I would have seen 60. I don't believe I would get to see this baby girl that came into the world today. I don't believe I would have got to see her graduate from high school. And now I'm pretty dang sure I'm going to be standing at her wedding doing a jig, because I've never been in better health in my life. No, it's not easier to lose if you're bigger. You may see more loss in the beginning if you're bigger, just because you have more fat stores there. Being 70 years old, honest to goodness, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Your metabolism has slowed a little bit. With keto, we can ramp it back up. If you do the ketogenic lifestyle in the prescribed way to do it, if you do it correctly and you don't cheat and you find your sweet spot, you can ramp your metabolism back up and feel 40 years old again. I've got several in the group in Sassy Keto Nurse and Friends that are over 65, that are retired, that have moved into this lifestyle, and it has changed their lives. But it's all about making that decision to really do it. You have to be willing to give up carbs. You can't just give up carbs during the week and eat carbs on the weekend, because you completely shoot yourself in the foot. Well, I can't wait either. But, Becky, I will get with you at some point in the next few weeks, and we'll talk about when we can do a split screen live and how it works and that kind of thing. And honestly, it's so much easier because you literally feel like you're just talking to me, because you can't see nobody else. I was very socially awkward too, and this has definitely changed that. But anyways, y'all, it's 8:31. It's been an hour, so we're going to get off of here. Y'all have a sassy night. I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. It'll probably be from a truck stop. My daughter just texted me. I'm getting off here just in time, because now I get to go and FaceTime with my daughter and my Nevaeh Grace. So, I'm coming, Bree. I'm signing off right now. Everybody, this is my daughter that gave birth to my granddaughter, Nevaeh Grace, today. I'm surprised that she popped on here, but there she is. Hey, Whitney, honey, I'm signing off right now. I will be careful tomorrow. We're going to have a good, safe drive and enjoy it. And tomorrow night, I get to stay with my daughter and Nevaeh at the hospital, thanks to my lovely son-in-law, David, who is allowing me to do that so that I get some good Mimi time in before I have to come back home. So, all right, guys. I love y'all. Have a great night. I'm about to start crying thinking about that baby. I can't wait to get there tomorrow. Love y'all. Have a great night. Stay sassy. Keto on. Sassy Keto Nurse. Signing off.